back, everyone. Day 29. Welcome back, everyone, to day 29 of Yitdots Fitness's Dance Yoga Challenge. Oh my goodness, we've made it to day 29. I know it's been, oh my goodness, day 12, day 15, day 12 again. Whatever it is, we are here and we're doing it. We are going to do this one pose, one purpose of Yitdots Fitness's Dance Yoga Challenge. Remembering that the one pose, I give it to you. However, that one purpose is yours. It's unique, it's individual. So let's get started today. First off, remember we have a book club, Light on Yoga, said to be the Yoga Bible. Great read. Please get the book and join the book club. BKS Iyengar, Light on Yoga. Please join us and I will announce the dates for the book club. Just start reading. Okay, here we are. Oh, it's nice and sunny outside. I think it's going to be a short winter. And today we have an awesome pose. When you want to get out in the day and take walks outside, you want to go with your best friend. Wink, wink. This will give you a hint on what the pose of the day is. So let's start at the top of our mats. Thank you so much for joining us. Continue to send your videos in to yitdotsfitness.com. I will announce the winner on the website. Remember that Yitdots Fitness is an acronym that stands for Yoga is the Dance of the Soul. And I hope your soul has truly been dancing through these 30 days dance challenge. Continue to send them in. And when the winners are announced, you'll realize we're all really winners because we've been at this together. We've been really at this together, working hard, creating movement, going into meditation, and really understanding the yogic principles and the asanas further. So let's get to the top of our mats and begin. Okay, as we normally do, we're starting off with our intentions and then we'll go into Surya Namaskar. We'll have a different type of the Surya Namaskar for today. There are many different ways different institutions do them. So we'll be like implementing a new one today. So I hope you like it. I hope it gives you the challenge you need to move your practice forward. All right, we're going to bring the feet completely together. And we're going to stand up tall, tailbone down. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Really send that heart chakra forward to the world, as I always say. And from here, breathe in your hands. Inhale your hands into the Namaste pose at your sternum, pressing your thumbs in to your heart space and breathing. Make sure you're grounding your feet down in all four corners. Even though we are standing with our feet together, don't step on your feet. Give your feet room to really ground and stand up tall, crown of the head facing up towards the ceiling. Take your shoulders up, back, and down once again, and breathe naturally. This is where I want you to set your intentions for today's practice. What you'd like to receive, what you'd like to give, what you'd like to learn about yourself. This is where you set those intentions. So let's take a moment in silence and condition ourselves for today's practice. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing the thoughts to come and allowing the thoughts to go. All right, here we go. I want you to speak your intentions aloud or within the contours of your heart 3 times. Just repeat them 3 times so they can really stick and you can remember them. As I normally do, I'll repeat my intentions 3 times aloud so that you can hear them, and then we'll start. My intention is to be like the sunshine. I want to smile and radiate my love everywhere. My intention is to be like the sunshine. I want to smile and radiate my love everywhere. My intention is to be sunshine. I want to smile and radiate my love everywhere. Whew, that's it. I hope your intentions are set. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Float your arms up and back, really stretching through those fingertips. Remember, we're doing somewhat of a variation of Surya Namaskar. There are many variations, so just follow along and exhale out, keeping your arms aligned with your ears, and then fold all the way down, holding the back of the legs. Crown of the head facing down towards the mat. Allow your shoulders to be relaxed. Beautiful. Feel that opening in your lower back. Feel the blood flow come into your head. Take a deep breath in. Hands to the side of the feet. And send the right leg back. Don't drop the knee. We're going to keep the knee up unless you definitely have to. Then you can bring it down. And then I want you to bring both hands on the inside of that left leg. And we're going for lizard pose. You can keep your hands straight, or you can lower your elbows down and look forward. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Straighten the arms. Send the left leg back. And balance out the arms. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, parallel to each other. And push back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Send the right leg forward on the outside of the right hand. And once again, going into lizard pose. You can keep both arms straight, or you can choose to lower down for a fuller expression of lizard pose. Make sure that knee is directly underneath the right ankle, and tiptoe it up if it is not. And look forward. Straighten that back leg. Beautiful. Straighten both arms and send the left leg forward. Feet together. Crown of the head facing down. Hands to the side. Breathe in. Align the arms with your ears and come up in one motion. And arch back. And float your hands down to the sides. Beautiful. Let's go for one more round. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands into the Namaste pose in front of your heart. And breathe out. Breathe in. Float your arms up and back, thrusting your hips forward, arching back, stretching through the fingertips, and then fold over your own heart, keeping the arms aligned with the ears, and then bring your hands to the side of the feet. Crown of the head facing down. Relax your shoulders down. And breathe. From here, send your left leg back as far as you can, and then we're going to bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot and just heel toe that right foot further to the edge of the mat, and then align your hands to be shoulder width apart for lizard pose. And if you can, bring your elbows down, but not necessary, but hold and keep that back leg straight. Take a deep breath in, straighten both arms, send the right leg back, and come directly into downward facing dog. If you need to transition first into plank, that is fine. Make sure your hands do not move in plank as much as you might want to adjust them. Keep yourself in this space and breathe. Continue to send your torso closer to your thighs, straightening the arms. Breathe in. Send the left leg forward on the outside of the left hand. And then from here, you can stay up for lizard pose, or you can slowly bring your elbows down and hold, keeping that left knee on top of the right ankle. And if you feel it's not far enough, take it off the mat if necessary. And hold, feel that great opening in the inner thigh and breathe. Beautiful. Straighten both arms and bring the feet closer in. Bring the left arm to the outside and then step the right foot up. Crown of the head facing down, hands to the side. Take a deep breath in. Align the arms and the ears and come up in one motion. And arch back. Stand up tall. Run the hands down to the side. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands into that namaste pose. In front of your mat, in front of your heart, and come to the center of your mat. Whew. Kind of sway your body from side to side. Feel that energy rising within you. Surya Namaskar is a great warm-up. It's a great place to allow yourself to just get ready for today's practice. And release. All right, we are here. Day 29. Like I said, it's a sunny day. I hope it's sunny where you are. And it's a pose that sometimes when it's sunny, you want to take a walk outside with your best friend. And man's best friend is a puppy or a dog. So today's pose is extended puppy pose. I hope you guys like this. You'll be seeing some movements that we've done before implemented within the choreography. So we are definitely connecting the Yit with the dots today. Remembering that Yitdots is an acronym that stands for Yoga is the Dance of the Soul. Visit the website, yitdots.com or yitdotsfitness.com, and continue to send those videos in. So when you see this Yitdots come together, all these dots coming together, you'll be able to create a video that is definitely one of the ones that wins. Okay, let's get on our mat. So we're gonna start off on all fours. And sometimes puppy pose has this feeling that it's gonna be child's pose. Remembering that child's pose, there's so many different versions. So I'm doing the version where your knees are to the width of the mat, your big toes are touching the back, and then you extend forward, forehead down or chin down. However, this is not puppy pose. For some people that lack flexibility or range of motion, puppy pose might be someone's child's pose. However, puppy pose is within itself a pose. So, and sometimes it's a really great pose to kind of just open up the shoulders. It depends where you're gonna feel it. Some people may feel it in the shoulders. Some people might feel it in their lower back. Some people might feel it in their hips. But it's definitely a great pose to open up the shoulders. In yin yoga, it's called melting heart because you're melting your heart down towards the mat. So think about that while you do it so you know you can get nice and low. So here we go. We start off at tabletop. Your hands directly parallel to each other, directly underneath your shoulders, knees hip distance apart, parallel to each other, and then really press the tops of your feet down. And let's start off towards the back of the mat to give ourselves room. And then from here, I want you to keep your hips on top of your knees. Don't send them back like we would do in child's pose. I want you to keep your hips on top of your knees and simply extend the arms forward. And you have the choice of bringing your forehead down or press your chin down and look forward. Now, if your chin is down, it's a little bit more challenging. However, you're going to choose it based on your structure and how you feel it in your body and what you need. So I'm going to bring my forehead down. I like that better. And you bring your forehead down or your chin and you're extending, hence extended puppy pose. You're extending your arms away from you. Your elbows do not touch down. They're hovering over the mat. And if you really want to feel that yin practice of melting heart pose, then you may want to bring your chin down, because when your chin is down, your heart will get closer to the mat. So I'll show you how that looks like. So you're here, chin is down, and you're looking forward. So kind of gauge it on what you need in your short shoulder girdle. Okay, this is puppy pose. This is where we're at. This is what we're going to be Yitdotsing. I love this pose. Like I said, great shoulder opener. It's super relaxing. Some people may even use this as their downward dog. Remembering that downward dog is that inverted V, where you are sending the energy back towards your heels. We do this often. We just did it in Surya Namaskar. Some people that are not able to do downward facing dog, maybe it's just too much on their wrists, too much on their back, too much on their heels. They may want to go for extended puppy pose. So you have a lot of options. Okay, we've said all that. Now let's connect the yits with the dots. This is where it all gets funky. All right, so we're going to start off in puppy pose, and then we're going to go into Sphinx pose, and then back into puppy pose. So it's going to be a lot of beautiful back opening, extensions, very flowing. And then we'll go into some other poses. All right, so let's get started. I don't really have to turn too many times because we're going to be facing the side of the mat anyways. So once again, you're starting off with your knees hip distance apart, pressing the tops of your feet down onto the mat. And you might want to say, what's the difference? Well, you could have it just like this, where it's like lifted, but I really want you to focus on pressing the tops of your feet down on the mat and your hands shoulder width apart. And you're going to just send your arms forward and then choose whether you lay your forehead down or your chin. So your hands are just shoulder width apart, fingertips nice and wide. You are now in puppy pose. And now I want you to slide forward, bending the elbows, and land in Sphinx. So this is Sphinx pose. And in Sphinx pose, we want to kind of get ourselves positioned nice. The elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to go back into puppy. It's kind of a challenge, but it's a really good challenge. And then back into Sphinx. All right, we're going to do this for 2. So we're here in Sphinx, back into puppy, and then back in Sphinx. We're going to land in puppy and back. And then from here, take the fingertips to your side very elegantly and float up. And allow the arms to evolve into camel. And remember, in camel, you have a couple of choices. Even with that evolution, you can bring your hands onto your lower back and bring your hands, the elbows closer together, and then lean back. Or you can evolve the arms and bring them onto your heels. So you're going to choose how you want to express this pose. So we've gone through 2 motions already, really 3. Puppy pose, Sphinx, and then we're getting into camel pose. So let's go through the whole thing again, and then we'll add on from there. And of course, we're going to have the crescendo. Okay, here we go. Starting off at tabletop. Take a deep breath in, squeezing that belly button to spine. Extend the arms forward. Make sure they're just the width of the shoulders. We want to make sure we're prepared for Sphinx. And decide whether it's your forehead or your chin down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Press into the hands. Go into Sphinx. Press it into the palms again. Go back into puppy. And press into the palms. Go into Sphinx, head up. And last time, you might feel yourself sliding. I know I feel myself sliding. And now you're into puppy. And then bend one arm, then the other, and float up. Slowly evolve into camel. And from here, you're going to take the arms and finesse them out to the side. Finesse them as you pulse back and forth for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll land in Thunderbolt pose. Well, actually, it's not going to be Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt would be sitting right on top. We're actually going to bring the feet out to the side and land in Hero's pose. So this is where we'll begin. This is where we are. Let's add on from there. So let's start off in Puppy again, go into Sphinx, go into that Camel, and then finesse it. How do you guys like this? How are you flowing with it? Are you finding too many back bends or too much time on the knees? Let me know. Write me. Remember, I want to see what's happening in the chat box. I want to see how you guys are feeling. Continue on. And remember, you can watch this on YouTube and you can watch this on Facebook Live. And go to the website too. You'll find it there at yitdotsfitness.com. Remembering that Yitdots is an acronym that stands for Yoga is the Dance of the Soul. And I want to continue on seeing your souls dancing through your videos and how you express the movements with your own body. So let's go to it again and then add on the final element. Okay, starting off in tabletop. Fingertips nice and wide, hands shoulder width apart, knees hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in. Extend the arms forward for extended puppy pose, keeping your hips stacked on top of your knees. You may want to bring the knees in a little bit just to make sure you're not sliding too much. 5, 6, 7, 8. Push into the palms and land in Sphinx. And then push into the palms again and land in Puppy. Extended Puppy pose. Once again, Sphinx, or sometimes called Pharaoh's pose, and into Puppy. Beautiful. Bend one hand, then the other, and pop up. And evolve slowly into Camel, and then let's finesse the arms. 3, 2, and 1, and land into Thunderbolt. So the legs are sort of coming out to the side, up and back. So you're like sending a spark out to the world, up and back. Send the head back each time, up and back. One more, up and back. Last one, up and back, and round the hands and land in this meditative posture. And then roll the head with the shoulders. And the other way around. So you're going to one direction and then to the other. And hold. Okay, that was it. That's the whole movement. How do you like it? Write in the chat box. Tell me how you're feeling about this. Do you feel like it's more straight up yoga as opposed to straight up Yitdots? Or do you feel like this is really how I want these movements to evolve? I like this feeling of challenging myself and lifting my body. Write me and send me what you're feeling at yitdotsfitness.com. Yoga is the dance of the soul. And let's continue to allow our souls to dance. We're going to do this again, and then we'll do it 2 times with ourselves. All right, let's go for it. So bring the knees in a little bit more, because I don't want them to kind of slide out. So knees hip distance apart, hands shoulder width apart, right underneath your shoulder. And I want you to extend the arms forward while keeping your hips stacked on top of your knees. Take a deep breath in and rock forward into Sphinx. Head up, pressing the tops of the feet down, and press into the hands once again. Puppy. And back down, continuing to engage the core. And last time, stay up. And then bend one arm, then the next, and pop up. And then slowly evolve the arms, and then finesse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of move the heels out to the side. And let's go to that hero's pose and up. So we're doing 4 in this hero's pose and kind of pushing that spark forward. Up. 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up. And then round, circle the arms 2 times and land, and then turn the head. 1, 2. Other way. 1. Really utilize the subtle movements of your shoulder and that thoracic spine. And hold. Ah! I'm watching the trees outside dance with me, so they're encouraging me. So, all right, that was it. We're done. Now let's do it 2 times on your own. I want you to feel the movement. I want you to breathe through it. I want you to make it work for you. And realize that I want to see what you guys are producing. I want to see how you're feeling this. So continue to send your videos in. Continue to make your chats visible so that I know what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you need help with. And I want to see all of this on the website at yitdotsfitness.com. Remembering that Yitdots is an acronym that stands for Yoga is the Dance of the Soul. All right, let's do it with our own speed and finesse. All right, let's start it. Let me get you in position. Knees hip distance apart, parallel to each other. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingertips nice and wide. And from here, extend the arms forward in extended puppy pose as you keep your hips stacked. I'm going to bring my knees in a little more. As you keep your hips stacked on top of your knees. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go with breath. And release. Whew, okay. I love that. I thought, yeah, that was really working. The simplest part was actually the most transformative part for me, which was the head rolling. And what I'm seeing with the head rolling is go to one side and then go to the other side. So go clockwise, then counterclockwise. I think you'll feel that suave feeling even more. Let's do this one more time, guys. I hope you're really enjoying this, because I definitely see us getting into a deeper meditation after this, because we're going from back bend to extension to neck rolls to really stretching out pretty much the whole body. So let's do it one more time and then get into our meditative asana. Okay, knees hip distance apart, tabletop, fingertips nice and wide, and maybe even bring the hands in a little closer just to make sure you're ready for Sphinx, to be right underneath your shoulders, because sometimes we gauge our shoulders a little wider than they are. So bring them in, and then we're going to extend the palms, the hands out, for extended puppy pose. And really keep the hips stacked on top of the knees. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's connect the yits and the dots. And release. Whoa. Okay. I felt it even more that time. That head movement, which promising you, it seemed like a nothing in the beginning, is becoming my favorite part because it kind of swerves everything back in. I'm loving it. All right. So let's all sit in butterfly pose. Feet, bring it nice. The soles of the feet together. Interlock. Your hands in front of your feet and go for that bounded angle, that bounded pose. And allow your knees to open up to the side. And from here, we're going to go with the head rolling, but it's going to be slower. So you're going to breathe in and out. So breathe in as your head comes up, then breathe out as your head comes down. Breathe in and out through your nose. Going back to your intentions, what you sought out to do before the start of the class. And switch direction. Nice and slow. Feel every vertebrae in that cervical column. No dizziness, just slowness. And come into stillness after you finish this round. Slowly sit up tall, keeping your hands wrapped around your toes. And then tucking the chin to chest. Allow the knees to fall out further to the side. Allow your spine to round. And let's lean forward towards the front of your toes. No forcing, simply a gentle invitation. Yet notice how you feel as you get closer and closer to your toes. Take a deep breath in. Rise up. And round your hands all the way around to the ceiling, keeping the eyes closed, attention inside. Slowly lower your hands while sitting up tall to your heart. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. We've made it. Tomorrow we have our final day where everything comes together. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to you joining. And thank you for sharing and liking the videos. It really does help with the channel. And I look forward to seeing all your videos as we move towards the end of this challenge. Continue to visit the website, yitdotsfitness.com. Remembering that Yitdots is an acronym that stands for Yoga is the dance of the soul. Namaste, everyone. Or as we say in Yitdots, Yitdots.